This is very, very bad news for Netflix. This is starting to get very, very ugly as Netflix continues to cut more and more woke content and more woke employees because they see their downfall is imminent if they do not course correct. And that is what Netflix is trying to do right now. But now we are coming to a point where former employees are starting to expose some very crazy things about Netflix. So we're going to get into that here in this video. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Former employees say woke Netflix is super racist and homophobic. Now, do you think this is indeed the case or not? Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Several former employees who whined like 9-year-old girls to the far-left Daily Beast now claim that woke Netflix is not so woke. Imagine that. It's almost like a lot of this is projection from these different companies. Wow. Imagine my surprise. Have you ever seen... All right, so let's see here. Anyway, the fascist Daily Beast launches this epic piece of entitled crybabying on a foundation that smears comedians Ricky Gervais and Dave Chappelle as transphobic, which is what fascists do to protect the powerful. So anyway, to continue on, a bunch of employees decided to speak out about everything that is going on. According to these crybaby former employees, Netflix targeted people of color and the woke folks, the alphabet community, with its layoff, and did so without a reinvestment in the community that's been harmed who talks like that. Instead, said one employee, "It's always, we see you, we hear you, and also we're gonna continue to platform Chappelle." They're also mad at Netflix for suspending 3 trans loons who walked off their Netflix jobs to protest Netflix. Gee, where do I get a job that allows you to walk off the job to protest that job? Not in the real world, you entitled bozos, which is exactly the case. A lot of these people aren't living in the real world. And it's insane that they continue to think that they can just live in these fantasy versions of reality and that they aren't going to suffer any consequences for that. It's just crazy to me that we're at that point. And I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of the indoctrination that has come from places like even social media, from Hollywood, from the education system, all of these things that are continuing to feed people that you can be whoever you want to be, that you don't need to worry about consequences, just be true to yourself, all of these different messages that really don't have any weight or merit in the real world. The bottom line is that Netflix, which nearly committed suicide and might still by going insufferably woke, by catering to these bizarre left-wing subcultures, by ignoring human nature and normal people to produce alphabet stuff, propaganda, is still being attacked for not being woke enough. Woke is a cancer. Exactly. It is a religion. It is a cancerous religion is the best way to say what wokeism is. And when you allow these left-wing Nazis and degenerates into your place of business, they are the carriers of that cancer, which is exactly the rule book that they play. This is what wokesters do. They are infiltrators. They will infiltrate any business that they can. They will infiltrate any, system, any establishment. They will infiltrate anything they can to destroy it from within. And that is exactly what we are continuing to see happen in our culture as a whole. Pretty much every institution, every establishment, every everything, every business is being infiltrated by these weirdos, by these crazy neo-Marxist leftists who are wanting to destroy everything that we have built in this country. So, with that being said, apparently Netflix has been exposed as being transphobic because they are, supporting people like Dave Chappelle, Ricky Gervais, and whatever else. And I just think that on the flip side of that, they're also firing woke employees, these alphabet community members who are protesting the very company that has hired them. And then they wonder why they have been fired. Gee, I wonder why. So, with all of this being said, there's a lot of insane stuff going on with Netflix right now. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of a direction they go with this, because as we all know, they need to course correct if they want to survive because of how absolutely insanely woke they have gotten over the past few years. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.